Hello and welcome to my channel. This is kind of Krafty Kenzie. I am Kenzie, and my channel has everything to do with DIYing, crafting, turning trash to treasure, thrift flips, repurposing, upcycling, and some shopping hauls. Basically anything to do with home decor on a budget. So if that is something you love, you are in the right place. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Join my little crafty family. Put a little Kenzie in your day. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. It really helps my channel grow and I appreciate it so much. In today's video, I have a whole bunch of adorable honeybee tier tray cuties. I don't know how many, I lose track anyway, so what's it matter? So let's just go. For this first little cutie, I am using this barn shape that I got from the Dollar Tree a while back. I just removed the tag, of course, and then went ahead and painted the entire front of this in my cashew chalk paint. I wanted to cover up all of that red. Then I went ahead and just painted like the roof of the barn in my ink black chalk paint. You guys will have to excuse me. I have been super sick all week, so getting this video up has been a bit of a challenge. But I am doing the best I can, so I might not talk as much in this one because it hurts so bad. But anyways, you guys, I wanted to make sure I got you at least one video this week. So anyways, on the back side of the barn, I did go ahead and paint it with the cashew chalk paint just to like paint the whole thing. And then I grabbed this adorable scrapbook paper. This actually came from, I think, Amazon, and I'll link it for you guys, but I'm pretty sure you can get this at JOANN Fabrics as well. As you can see, I just glued it down and then went ahead and cut out around the barn and then sanded away all of the excess scrapbook paper. That's all I did with that side. I just thought it was nice and simple, and the scrapbook paper was super busy, so I didn't want to add anything to it. On the other side, I went ahead and printed out this adorable Farm Fresh honey sign with that cute little bumblebee, and that yellow little strip of vinyl there on the right side where it was a second ago is actually supposed to go on top of the bumblebee, but I actually preferred it without. I thought the yellow would kind of throw off like the aesthetics of the barn, so I just omitted it. I did go over some of the vinyl with my chalk paint, and as you can see, I did distress the entire barn, but that's how this one turned out. I did do both sides. I do that with some of the DIYs in this video, but not all of them. You'll have to let me know what you think about the first one. For this next little cutie, I am going to use this octagon shape that you can get at Michael's. When I saw this, I immediately thought, oh my goodness, this reminds me of like one of the pieces of like a beehive. So you could definitely get like a whole bunch of these and piece them together and make a pretty cool looking like beehive. Or like the honeybee hive, you know what I mean, like the little, you'll see. The way I went a different route, of course, because this is a cutie. So as you can see, I removed all the hardware in the twine holder, and then I just covered the entire piece in my cashew chalk paint. After that, I went ahead and took some more of that scrapbook paper that I got out of this little honeybee collection. I will definitely link that. I'm almost positive I got it from Amazon. It is so adorable. It comes with stickers and a whole bunch of adorable scrapbook paper. But I just went ahead and covered the one side with like that hive looking. To see what I mean? I can't explain it. Anyways, I put that down, and then of course I sanded away the excess. And then on the other side, or wait, hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Back up. We're not done. So you guys know I've talked about the company before of 24 Hour Crafts, and they have the little cute wood pieces. I bought tons of those a little while back, and I've been using those a lot. They're perfect for tier tray cuties. I have a couple other little tier tray cutie videos coming up. I'm making like an entire series of cuties, so I hope y'all like them because there's going to be tons to come. I have an entire list. Anyways, I said I wasn't going to talk as much, and here we go. Can you tell I've been mute for like half the week? Anyways, that's where I got this little bee. So their website is always linked in my description boxes because I'm obsessed with them. So this little bee I left in the natural wood tone, and then I just like highlighted his antennas and like where like the little black lines go on his body, and then of course his little bum and his stinger. And then to break up the monotony, I did go ahead and put some white stitching with my chalk paint pen and around his wings and just simply glued him down. Then I just added a jute twine hand bow to this. They're really easy to make. It's like you're making a tassel. So really simple. As you can see, I left it in here to show you guys, but you just wrap it around your hand a bunch of times, pull it off, simply grab another piece of twine, singe it in the middle, double knot it, and you're done. That's it. And then I just went ahead and glued that down onto the little octagon shape. So for the next side, of course, I printed up some vinyl, and then I love this. It was super, super cute. As you can see, the honey was kind of like not wanting to fit. I didn't want to omit it, but I did have to move the little bumblebee, so I kind of just did my own thing with it. But I think it turned out adorable, and I added a simple little bow to this as well. You guys will have to let me know what y'all think. I'm sorry, I'm just not myself in this voiceover, but I personally like the honey side better, but you'll just have to let me know which one's your favorite. So for this next one, I'm going to use this little mug from Hobby Lobby, and I buy these all the time because they're so fun to DIY. So I actually painted this one in the Maze or Maisie or however you want to say it, yellow chalk paint by Waverly. And then I covered it pretty heavily with the cashew. Then I came in with my little finger sander, which is always linked below. And I just simply sanded it. Some places I went all the way down to the ceramic of the mug, like the whites. And some I only took away that first layer and popped out the yellow. Then I just attached this adorable little bumblebee to the front of it. Grabbed some of these little honey dipper thingies that I got from Hobby Lobby, and that's it. This little guy this was so easy, and I just think it's just too cute. I love those little honey dippers, and if that's not the right word, just let me call them honey dippers, please. This next little cutie, this piece of wood, this little honey pot actually came from the 24-hour craft site as well. And as you can see, they always put a protective layer on one side of their little on one side of their little wood pieces. That way, if some of like that black wears off, you at least have one side of the wood that isn't marred up. So you just remove that, and then I ended up painting the entire thing in the cashew chalk paint because, like I usually always tell you 115 times in a video, I usually DIY both sides of tier tray cuties because most tier trays are 360. Anyways, I put the same exact vinyl on both sides, that pure organic honey, and then I just took some jute twine and wound it around the top of the little honey jar. I wanted to attach one of those little honey dippers to this, but they were just too big. It didn't work out, but that was my initial plan for this. So instead, I went with the bows instead. So each side, I just kind of placed the bow in a little bit of a different position, and it also helped camouflage where I had attached the twine to the little honey pot. But that's it for this one. It's so ridiculously simple, and I think it's just so cute. I got this house shape from Hobby Lobby, but 24-hour Crafts also has them too, and you can get them anywhere from 2 inches in an 1/8 inch thick to 36 inches and a 1/2 inch thick, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, again, I covered the entire piece in my excuse me, in my cashew chalk paint, and then I went ahead and sanded around all of the edges to bring that wood tone out. I'm going to use some scrapbook paper on one side of this little house. You'll see it here in a second. I didn't use that. I used that with the cute little gnomies on it. How adorable. That's kind of like the theme of the scrapbook kit that I'm using. It's honeybees and gnomes. It's so cute. So cute. Anyways, I sanded off the excess, of course. And then on the other side, instead of printing out vinyl, the sticker sheet actually has a lot of like little words. As you can see, it says our hive, and there's some other words on there. I showed a little bit better here towards the end of the video, But I just simply put those stickers down and then went ahead and put like these little tiny honeybees that were also on the sticker sheet all over the place. There are so many adorable stickers. I could have DIY'd honeybees for days, but eventually you have to stop. Then I grabbed this little hive, and as you could see, like the stem and the leaves kind of went out too far, but I just simply put it down and then sanded off the excess. I did Mod Podge over this just because those stickers kind of seemed like maybe they wanted to move a little bit. So best be safe than sorry. But again, I left the side with a little gnomes. Just that's it, because the scrapbook paper is quite busy. And then the other side, you saw what I did. So you guys will have to let me know about this one too.
And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on.
I interrupt these adorable DIYs being made to make a quick public service announcement. I need to thank all of my awesome subscribers for all of your love and support, tuning in and watching my videos, leaving inspiring and uplifting and just downright sweet comments. I appreciate you guys so, so much. I could not and would not be here without y'all. And all of my newcomers today, welcome to my channel. My name is Mackenzie, aka Kenzie. I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 little girls, and I am from a tiny, tiny rural town in Pennsylvania. As you can see, I am absolutely obsessed with crafting and DIYing, and if that is something you love, which I assume it is because you are here, you are going to love it here. So don't forget to subscribe before you go. Turn your bell notification on so you never miss an upload. I also want to let you guys know that I am over on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook, and all of my links are in my description box, the bio of my channel, and in the next video slide coming up. I would love if you come follow me over on Instagram because I'm able to interact with you guys a lot more. I share a little bit more about my personal life, and I love to see any DIYs that I have inspired you to recreate and put your own spin on it. I now return you to your regular scheduled program. For this next one, I'm going to use all these little cutting boards that my husband has cut out for me. I've talked about these before. I have tons of these. So I just grabbed that, again, covered it front, back, and everywhere with the cashew chalk paint. I did DIY both sides of this. The first side, I did the Wake Up It's Spring with the honeybee, and I did it like horizontal, as you can see. But I did not care for it. I thought I would like it, but I didn't. So the other side, I decided to go ahead and do vertical and kind of like omit the back. It's there, but we don't look at it. So that's how I did for this. Just put the same exact thing. And then I just took some jute twine and went ahead and like quadrupled it and then tied it into a double knot through the little hole on the little cutting board. That's it for this one, you guys. I think it's really cute. I love doing cutting boards and rolling pins and those cute little thingies for tier trays. But you guys will have to let me know what you think about this one.
If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can't always stay here forever.
I am now going to make a tag beaded hanger with, hold on, that's not the right word, beaded garland with the tag and the tassel. Whew, why is it when you're sick your brain shuts down? I mean, my brain doesn't really fire on all cylinders most of the time, but then when I'm sick, I'm like, I'm lucky I get from point A to B. So this little tag came from Walmart. You get it for like, I don't know, 75 cents. And I wanted a smaller one. That's why I didn't use one from the Dollar Tree. They're a little bit bigger. As you can see, I painted it in that same cashew chalk paint. Yep, that's kind of like the theme of this video. Put some vinyl on it. It says Be Happy. Then I decided to do a little bit of stitching. I thought it would be cute. This is kind of a cutesy tier tray thing. Like I said, I could do cuties for like bee theme for days, but eventually you just have to stop. So then I painted these beads. Some are black, some were yellow, and the yellow I used is I think it's called Summer Porch from Home Decor, and then some of the beads I left in their natural state. Then I'm going to make a tassel. Again, you just wrap it around your hand a whole bunch of times. Some people do it like 30 times. I couldn't tell you how many times I actually wrap it around. Then you take a piece of twine and you just tie it in the more towards like the top of one end. I usually end up going towards the middle, and then I have to scoochy it up to the top. And then you're simply just going to go ahead and cut the opposite end just like that, because then that will now be your tassel. Then you take the piece of twine that you have your beads strung onto, take your tassel as close to your beads as you possibly can, and then just simply tie a knot. Sometimes if I can't get my last bead and my tassel close enough, I'll put a little dollop of hot glue on it and just kind of like, you know, stick it together so that my beads can't move around. But that's it. It's super easy. And this DIY was ridiculously inexpensive and easy and always fun to make. So I hope you guys like this one too. I can't seem to make a tier tray without a beaded tassel either. It's just like, it's like in the rules, you know. Speaking of rules, we have to include the rolling pin. So a simple DIY. So easy. I got these rolling pins from Hobby Lobby, and I will link them. Oh, no, I didn't. These are from Amazon, and I will link them below for you, but you can get bigger ones from Amazon. Oh my goodness, I do this all the time. Bigger ones from Hobby Lobby, small ones from Amazon. I'll link the ones from Amazon. Painted the rolling part of the rolling pin in yellow, that sun porch yellow. Then I went ahead and printed out Hive on my Cricut, attached it to the little rolling pin, attached a little teeny tiny twine. That would be like a finger twine bow instead of a hand twine bow. And that's it for that one. I did sand it a little bit to make it look a little bit worn, but it's hard to see on camera. Now for the next one, we're going to grab another one of those honeybees. And for this one, I am just going to paint the entire body in that same yellow. Then for the wings, I grabbed my Fluff by Dixie Belle, and I just simply covered his wings in that color. To give him his black antennas and then the little black lines on his body and his little bum and his little stinger, I just used my black chalk paint marker, which are also linked. I'm starting to lose the voice, you guys. I hope you can hear me. I haven't listened to any playback so far, so I really hope that I haven't wasted my time, and I hope y'all can hear. Anyways, yeah, so that's all I did for that. And then I just simply grabbed one of these plank pieces of wood that you get from the Dollar Tree. They usually come in like a 6-pack. I covered it in some white chalk paint. And I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been able to find like the basics like this, like the plank wood or the crates or the pallets. So that's kind of annoying me because those are like things I like to use all the time, and I haven't been able to find them. So let me know if you're having that problem too. Okay, so after I painted it white, I did attach some Jenga blocks on the back just so it could stand up. And then I put some little bit of stitching on the little bumblebee's wings. And then I did that cute like little buzz thing. I don't know. I was just playing around, gave him a little heart at the end. I decided to go ahead and print off the word buzz in case, you know, those little lines didn't get the point across. Attach that, put a little teeny tiny jute twine bow in the right hand corner, and that's it for this one. You can also get little gnomies from 24 Hour Crafts. I've only seen one style, and this is it. It made me a little nervous to paint because I like to use like the cheats from Dollar Tree, you know, and just paint over it. So this one I kind of had to like use my imagination. I did pretty good in the beginning by like, okay, here's his hat, and we're gonna, you know, really go really neatly around the edge. And then I ended up painting the whole thing yellow anyway. So that was like a waste of precision and coloring in the lines and whatnot. For, of course, his little shoes, I went ahead with my paint marker again. I love paint markers for small, intricate things like this. It's so simple and it dries quite fast. Like I told you, I just went ahead and ended up painting the whole gnome yellow anyway because his outfit is yellow. And then I went ahead with my white paint marker and kind of just drew out where I wanted his beard to like go. I did paint his beard on with white chalk paint and a stencil brush and kind of just did that pouncing technique. It's not a technique, it's just literally like a kindergartner painting, I don't know. It's just to kind of give it some texture to where it's not just flat paint and almost, you know, it looks more like a beard, at least I think so. Then I colored the end of his hat with a black paint marker and then made this little guy look like a honeybee. I got a little crazy. I was mocking one of the little gnomes on the scrapbook paper. He didn't have on yellow. He had on like burnt orange, so he didn't look as much like a bumblebee, but this is a bumblebee tier tray. And this is a Gnome, so it has to look like a bumblebee Gnome. So anyways, I gave him a little belt, and then I did give him a little nose. Oh, and then I put some buckles on his shoes. I gave him a little nose. I just used a tiny half bead that I have that I get from Amazon. They come in all sizes. I don't know why I cut that out, but I just simply hot glued it down, and then I put a little Jenga block on the back of him to help him stand up. For this next one, I just grabbed an old backing off of a picture frame, removed the actual like kickstand or whatever you call that, and then I went ahead and, oh wait, no, this didn't have a kickstand. That was another DIY. Whoops. Anyways, I painted it in cashew, and then I drew some shiplap lines on this with a pencil, printed off that Be Kind vinyl off my Cricut, and then I measured out these bamboo sticks that I get from Amazon as well, and just simply hot glued them down to almost make it look like a scroll. I grabbed the wrong piece for the bottom, grabbed the shorter piece that I cut, that was like the extra, but I could not get that off. I was like, heck with it, it'll be fine. So then I just painted the little bamboo sticks in white to make them pop, and then I just attached some tumbling tower blocks to the back to help it stand up. I went against DIYing the back, obviously, because then I was like, oh, duh, it has to stand, so there's no point in DIYing the back. Attached a little jute twine bow up at the top corner, and that's it for this one. Oh my goodness, you guys, my throat hurts so bad, but you have to let me know what you think about that one. Okay, this is the last DIY of the video, and I have never been more happy for one of my videos to be over. I'm sorry. So I took one of these little triangle shapes, look like a house. I got these from Target Dollar Spot a couple years ago, and I've just been using them slowly. I painted the entire thing in the ink black chalk paint. Then I went ahead and distressed the edges really heavily with the cashew chalk paint, because I'm not a fan of like black, so I definitely wanted to soften that up a lot. For the one side, I'm going to go ahead and use some scrapbook paper, same kit obviously, and now here is the sticker sheet before I took anything off of it. You can see what all it includes. It's absolutely adorable, and now you know why I could have crafted for days with it. I love it. I highly recommend it. Anyways, I attached the bumblebee onto the one side. I did leave it black. I could have distressed it. I don't know why I didn't, but I could have. And then I went ahead and attached this jute twine. As you can see, I just wrapped it around the little house, and then on each side I attached a little bow. A lot like, I don't remember which one it was. Something else I made a little while back. Oh, no, I really don't remember. And that's it, you guys. So thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Oh my gosh, this was the hardest video I've ever had to voice over. Again, thanks for being patient with me and understanding that I was super sick all week. I'm still not great, but I had to get a video out for you guys, so I've had this waiting to be voiced over. So I'm going to try to work ahead a little bit more in case something like this happens again, where I get sick and lose my voice or can barely talk, so that you guys don't go without a video. Anyways, here is the tier tray all put together in the end. I simply just showed my favorite sides and how I display it. This is still my craft shed on my display table, so it's not actually display already in my home. I'll probably add a couple like little things here and there. I really want to add like some greenery to it and things like that. How many times do I said in this video I could have crafted these little honeybees for days, but I don't know. Maybe we need a part 2. Do we need a part 2 of honeybee crafts? I don't know. How much honeybee do you need in your life? Let me know in the comments below. My cold medicine has kicked in. Can you tell? I think I need a nap now. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you can understand me pretty good. Subscribe if you're not. Give this video a big thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully I'm all better in my next one. Bye, guys.